Hi gamers, and welcome to the 2019 edition of my game room tour. I did my previous one in 2015, so this is long overdue, and my very first YouTube video was exactly 10 years ago. It was my game room then in an apartment in my living room, which was not ideal, even though I did have just a bit over 1,000 games back then. I did have 3 arcade machines that I don't have today. So really missing those, but still I'm very happy where my game room is at the moment. Got here a total of a bit over 2,500 games. There have been more actually, but I maybe sold maybe 300 games in the previous 4 years. So kind of cutting back some things that I didn't love, didn't have the space for, or just weren't just a good fit for the game room. But let's start here the tour from the door. As you can see, I have to be very creative with how I put my shelves in. Sorry about the murky lighting, good conditions on this side of the shelf. First up here we have my PS4 games and Xbox One games. Underneath my VGA graded games, mostly Nintendo 64, GameCube, one NES, one Super Nintendo game, some PS1 games here, and then PS3 and Xbox 360. So I got some space here for the PS4 and Xbox One, so not running out of space immediately. And then a couple of 100 PlayStation 2 games, GameCube, and below here the original Xbox. Moving here, we got about 100 games for the Dreamcast, and my pride and joy, my Neo-Geo AES collection. Got a pretty nice selection of games here. Happy that I have Garou and Metal Slug 3, the US version, and the US version of Samurai Showdown 5 Special. Metal Slug 4. But of course still missing lots of classics for Neo-Geo AES. And below here we have Vectrex. So moving on here to the light. Here is the complete Wii U game collection, just missing a few variants, but very happy about completing this collection of, completing the unique game collection. And here we have some Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color games, Super Nintendo, looks like this, and NES on top here. And here is a complete Amiibo collection. Got everyone released, and most are opened. As you can see, I wouldn't be able to fit anything into this room if I didn't open this up, but I do have some special cases still sealed here on the top shelf. Then we have DS and 3DS. And this shelf, some of my other better ones here on display. The limited edition adventure set of Majora's Mask and limited edition of Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Here we have the Wii collection, about 100 games. Then Switch, plenty of space here for some more Switch games. And below here we have Mega Drive. And yeah, I got here these blackout curtains. I normally don't have the curtains open, as the sunlight would fade the game, so I have this curtain here to block out the sunlight. And of course here a complete Nintendo 64 game collection, a bit over 400 games. But something that has, in the cabinets here we have some miscellaneous stuff, Neo-Geo CD, couple of CDI Zelda games, my favorite Commodore 64 game, Hero there, PC Engine, Master System, Mega CD, couple of games that have been signed by the developers. And here we have Virtual Boy and a couple of Nintendo electronics games. Some Nintendo 64 peripherals, a Sega Saturn collection, and a complete collection of 64 DD games. And here as a little bonus, I have a Super Mario Sunshine signed by Shigeru Miyamoto. But one of the reasons why I had to sell some games is board games and miniature games. I have here, if you remember from the previous time, I had some big boxed PC games all along these long shelves, but those have been replaced by miniatures and board games. Got here Talisman, the 4th edition and all its expansions. And some old games, Hero Quest, Space Crusade, some old Warhammer figurines as well, and then the new Warhammer figurines. I have here saved the bigger boxes here, and some of the boxed games as well. So yeah, it's still very much a video game room, but I really wanted to have these board games and miniature stuff better on display. And I have here a couple of shelves dedicated to miniatures here on the cabinets. I got these are basically just some extra models. I have most of my painted models downstairs in a nicer cabinet, which we'll cut to now. So here in this cabinet are the bigger and better miniatures. I've done lots of man hours put into these, but I won't spend too much time here. I think I'll do a separate video on the miniature hobby. But while we're here, this is my current gen setup here in the living room. Got a TV on top of a sound base, PS4 Pro, Wii U, Switch on top, and Xbox One X on the left there. So this is where I do most of my gaming, but let's go back to the game room. And back here, of course I'm pretty proud of the real-life Tetris that I had to play for years and years and years in order to fit all of my boxes here, so everything has to be stacked up to the ceiling, no gaps left, so everything looks pretty decent. And of course, you know, you can't throw any box out, so it's a challenge for us collectors. So everything here stacked up to the ceiling. Steel Battalion. And yeah, this is where I play the games. Of course, I have to have an old TV, CRT TV. That's the way retro games are played. Got a new chair here. The previous green one was horrible, so this is much nicer. And yeah, here I have some retro consoles hooked up. Mega Drive, Saturn, Dreamcast, the Wii, Neo-Geo AES, Xbox, NES, Super Nintendo, GameCube, PC Engine, PlayStation 2, Nintendo 64. And Xbox 360 and PS3 are here as well, even though they naturally benefit from an HD TV, but hey, I started playing Xbox 360 on a CRT TV, and they actually don't look that bad. But yeah, usually when I played something that's backwards compatible on the Xbox One. So, thank you for joining me on this little game room tour, and hopefully the next one won't be in 4 years. We'll see when enough has changed again. I'm pretty sure I'll be moving houses in the next 4 years, so maybe there's a big update coming on the game room. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.